When you worry, make you stop alone.
My kitchen's hot.
Oh, what?
I said the kitchen's awful hot.
Oh, I make candy today. It's such a hot day.
Well, I just got a bunch of new orders. Ed went out and got a bunch of new orders.
Soon.
That's what Ed was saying last night. But I said, no, I want to be a dancer.
Oh, the only trouble with dancing is it takes such a long time. You've been practicing such a long time.
Only 8 years. Another writing 6 years. We started about the same time, didn't we?
Yes, but you can't count my first 2 years because I was learning.
That's not fancy. Oh, thanks, Reba. I'll bring some in, Mother. I want you to try it. Did you finish the second act, Mrs. Sycamore?
What, Reba?
Second act.
Oh, no. I've just got Cynthia entering the monastery.
She was at the Kit Kat, wasn't she?
Yes, but she gets tired of the Kit Kat Club and there's this monastery, so she goes there.
Do they let her in?
Oh, yes. I made it Visitor's Day, so of course anybody can come. So she arrives on Visitor's Day and just stays.
You mean she stays all night?
She stays 6 years.
6 years? My, but she busted that monastery wide open.
6 years? Mr. Penn, you bring in those new firecrackers, please. I want to show Mrs. Sycamore. Sure. Look here. Look at these firecrackers we just made.
Nice, huh?
Yes. Paul, dear, were you ever well, wait till you see the new firecracker. It's going to be gold stars, blue stars, bombs, and then a balloon. Mr. DePenna thought of the balloon. Oh, sounds lovely. Did you do all that today? Oh, sure. We made them. Penny, it costs 18 cents to make these. We can sell them for 50. How many to make the 4th of July, Mr. DePenna?
Oh, I don't know. What day are you going to take the stuff up to Mount Vernon?
About a week. Seven. Got a lot of stuff. Come on, man.
Wait, Mr. Sycamore. I don't think there's enough gunpowder in the rocket.
Try. Mr. DePenna, if a girl you loved entered a monastery, what would you do?
Oh, I don't know, Mrs. Sycamore. It's been so long.
Is Alice going to be home for what, Reba? She's only been home 1 day this week.
Yes, I know.
Miss Effie makes some mighty good candy.
Yes, that's
6, and if Mr. DePenna comes and clank off, that makes 8, don't it?
Reba, I think I'll put this play away for a while and go back to my ward.
Always like your play. Boom, boom. They'll be better when they're harder, Mother, but try one. I want to know what you think.
Oh, they look lovely. What do you call them?
I think I'll call them love dreams.
Go ahead. I see. What do you think?
Oh, are you, Mother?
Yes, I sort of got myself into a monastery and can't get out of it.
Oh, well, it'll come to you, Mother. Remember how you got out of that brothel? Hungry? Did you feed them?
I don't know. Reba, did you feed the snakes yet?
No, it's almost coming. He always brings glass with him.
Well, be sure to feed them before Grandpa gets home. You know how fussy he is about them.
Yes.
Nothing.
You have a love dream, Father? They're on the table.
No thanks, I gotta wash. Oh, I'm going back to my workplace. I will put another pound in the balloon. That'll do it.
You know, Mr. Kalenko says I'm his most promising pupil.
You'd think with 40 months and 1 girl something would happen.
Essie, hey Essie, listen to this.
enough? How about some more business cards?
Oh, no thanks. I still got the first 1,000.
Well, call on somebody, will ya?
All right.
What if
Let's see, cornflakes and watermelon and some of those candy Miss Essie made. And some kind of meat. I forget.
I think I'll set it up in Times New Roman tonight. You know, if I'm going to be taking those new candies around after dinner, I better print up something.
Hey, dear, do you think anybody reads those things, you know, that you put in the boxes? Oh, here's the wordplay, poison gas. Oh, that must be Donald. Look, Reba.
Boyfriend, eh?
They're awfully cute, Donald and Reba.
Hello, Reba! Evening, everybody!
Hello, Donald.
Hey, Mr. Sycamore. How you doing?
Oh, very well. Donald, were you ever in a monastery?
No, I don't go no place. I'm on relief, you know.
Oh, yes, of course.
Reba, I got these flies. Got a big mess of them today. You sure did. I see you've been working on your plays, Mrs.
Donald.
How's Grandpa?
Oh, he's fine. Just over at Columbia this afternoon for the commencement exercises.
My, the years certainly do roll around.
M-E-A. When did you go there for all the time, Penny?
Oh, I don't know. It's so handy just around the corner. Oh, Donald! Mr. Penn and I are taking the fire out.
Give us a hand? Sure, but this time I can't get paid because if the government finds out I've been working, they'll get sore.
Hey, Ann, I just came up with this great idea about fireworks. Upstairs in the bathroom, I was reading Trotsky. This is yours, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it there.
Who isn't? You know, Trotsky, the Russian Revolution. Yeah. Anyway, I came up with this great fireworks idea. I was reading about the last days of Pompeii. You remember those, right? Oh, yes, Palisades Park. That's where we met. Well, I am going to do the revolution. A full-hour display.
Hey!
Oh, that's wonderful.
Red fire's the flag, huh?
Sure. Tsar and Cossacks, too.
And the freeing of the slaves!
Oh, no, Donald. The Russian Revolution.
Well, sir, you should have been there. That's all I have to say. You should have been there.
Oh, was it a nice commencement, Grandpa?
Was it a nice commencement? They get better every year. And much funnier speeches than last year, too.
Donald, will you tell Reba that Grandpa's home and we won't wait for Miss Alice?
Reba! Grandpa found we can have dinner now!
Thank you.
Hey,
Grandpa,
Ah,
Mr. Penn, I just made a new firecracker today. Wait till you see.
all right.
Wonder why we don't have fireworks at commencement.
Oh, Lord, they don't make enough noise. You take it to commencement order, he'll drown out a whole cartload of fireworks. And say just as much, too.
Oh, don't the graduates ever say anything?
Oh, no, they just sit there and tap a nightgown, and about 40 years down the road, they suddenly wonder, where am I?
Hello, Grandpa. Have a nice day.
Hello, have a nice day. Don't I even get kissed?
Excuse me, Grandpa. Play something again. There's a letter that came for you, Grandpa.
A letter for me? I don't know anybody.
It was for you, though. Has your name on it.
Where is it?
I don't know. Where's Grandpa's letter? Mother? What, Essie? Where's the letter that came for Grandpa last week? I don't know. I think I saw it in the kitchen.
Well, did you see who it was from?
Yeah, I was looking outside.
Who was it?
United States government.
Really? Wonder what they wanted.
There was something came before that, too, from the same people. There's a couple of them.
Well, if any more come, I wish you would show me.
Yes, Grandpa.
You know, I think I'll go out Westchester tomorrow. Maybe do a little bit of snake hunting. How does that sound?
God is a snake, the snake is God.
What's that?
God is a snake, the snake is God.
Who says that?
Trust.
Oh, well, that's all well and good. I thought you said it.
You know, that's nice for printing. Good and short. G-O-D space I-N space D-A-C.
And so the beautiful princess came into the palace and kissed her mother, and her father, and her grandfather.
a minute. You can't go back that far. That's outlawed.
What's your name?
What's the difference is that?
Ever filed an income tax return?
No, sir.
Ah! What was your income last year?
$28.50.
Yes, sir. If you please. Now, Mr. Vanderhoff, you know there's quite a penalty for not filing an income tax return.
A penalty?
Now, look, Mr. Henderson, let me ask you something.
Well,
Now, suppose I pay you this money. Granted, I'm not going to pay you the money, but for the sake of argument, what's the government going to give me? No, what's the government going to do with it?
how do you mean?
Well, what do I get for my money? I suppose I go into Macy's and I buy something. There it is, I can see it. What's the government going to give me?
Well, the government gives you everything. Fine. It protects you.
What from?
Well, foreigners. People that might come over here and take everything you've got.
Oh, Mr. Henderson, I don't think they're going to do that.
If you didn't pay an income tax, they would. How do you think the government keeps up the Army and Navy? And what about Congress? And the Supreme Court? And the President? We've got to pay them, don't we?
Not with my money, no, sir.
Now, wait a minute. I'm not here to argue with you. All I know is that you haven't paid an income tax and you've got to pay it.
And they've got to show me.
We don't have to show you. I just told you. All those buildings down in Washington and interstate commerce and the Constitution.
The Constitution, Mr. Henderson, was paid for long ago. And interstate commerce, well, what is interstate commerce anyhow?
There are 50 states. See? And if it weren't for interstate commerce, nothing could get from one state to the other. See?
And why not? They got fences.
No, they haven't got fences. They've got laws. My God, I never came across anything like this before.
Well, I might pay about $75, but that's all it's worth, I'm afraid.
You'll pay every cent of it like everybody else.
Essie, listen to this minute.
And let me tell you another thing. You'll go to jail if you don't pay. Do you hear that? That's the law. And if you think you're bigger than the law, you've got another thing coming. You're no better than anybody else. And the sooner you get that through your head, the better. You're here for the United States government. That's all I can say.
How was that?
Hi, Ned.
Oh, I liked it.
My goodness, he was mad, wasn't he?
Oh, it's not his fault. It's the whole affair is just so silly.
Well, he forgot his hat.
Say, what size is that hat?
7th and an 8th.
Oh, just right for me.
Say, who was that fella?
Now that must be Mr.
I
Kirby.
hope he's good looking. Hello, Mr. Kirby.
Wait, you are Mr. Kirby, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh, everybody, this is really Mr. Kirby.
Now, I'm Alice's mother, and that's Grandpa, and Essie, and Ed Carmichael, and Mr. Sycamore. There, now you know all of us. May I have your hat?
Yes, thank
and
you.
make yourself right at home.
Is that Mr. Kirby, Mother?
Yes, Alice, it is. He's lovely.
Sit down.
Oh, do sit down, Mr. Kirby.
Thank you. I hope I'm not keeping you from dinner.
Oh, no, not at all. Would you like a piece of candy?
No thanks. I'm all right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce Mr. DePinna. Mr. Pinna, Mr. Kirby.
Hey, didn't I read about your father in the newspaper? Didn't he get indicted?
Hardly that. He just testified before the Securities Commission. That's all.
Oh, I'm sure there was nothing crooked about it. Actually, Alice has often told us what a lovely man your father is.
Well, Father couldn't get along without Alice. She knows more about the business than he does.
You're awful young, Mr. Kirby, aren't you? To be vice president of a big company like that.
Huh. Well, you know what that means. Vice President, all I have is a desk with my name on it.
Oh, is that all? Don't you get any salary?
More than I'm worth, I'm afraid.
Oh, now you're just being modest.
It sounds kind of dull to me, Wall Street. Do you like it?
Well, the hours are short. I haven't been there very long.
Oh, just out of college, huh?
fun's over, and I'm facing the real world.
Oh, well, you certainly got a good start. Vice president and a rich father.
Well, that's hardly my fault.
So now I suppose you're all ready to settle down and get married.
You mustn't rush him, Mother.
Oh, well, all I meant was that he's bound to get married, and what if the wrong girl gets him?
Well, here I am, a vision in blue. Apparently you had time to get acquainted.
Oh, yes, we were just having a lovely talk about love and marriage.
Oh dear. I came down as fast as I could.
I didn't imagine it at least.
Damn those plastic kids. Oh, Thomas, you look beautiful. Where are you going? I'm going out, I bet.
Oh, Stefan!
Must be Glencoe. I think we better go, Tony.
Grandpa, you like flies on your cornflakes? I forgot.
Flies, Donald. I'll take half and half.
Good evening, everybody.
Oh,
Grandpa, what do you think? I've had another letter from Russia. The second, the 5-year plan in the ferry. By Pavlova.
well, you'll excuse us, Mr. Clayton.
My little Alice. Never have I seen you look so magnificent.
Thank you, Mr. Claycoff. Tony, this is Mr. Claycoff, as his dance teacher, Mr. Kirby.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Well, if you'll pardon us, Mr. Claycoff, we're going to the Monte Carlo Ballet.
Ah, the Monte Carlo Ballet. It stinks.
Yes. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Goodbye, I'm so glad to have met you all.
Monte Carlo Ballet.
Oh, isn't Mr. Kirby lovely? Come on, everybody, dinner's ready.
I thought he was a nice fellow, didn't you?
He's so good looking.
Oh, and he had such nice manners. Did you notice, Pa? Did you notice his manners?
I sure did. You're getting pretty personal.
Oh, now, Pa. Anyhow, he's a very nice young man.
He looks like a cousin of mine.
Oh, I think if they get married here, I'll put the altar where the snakes are. You wouldn't mind, Grandpa, would
Not
you?
if the snakes
You're
don't.
gonna get married in a church. Family and everything.
Of course.
Now, settle down, everybody. Well, sir, we've been getting along pretty well for quite a while now, and we are certainly much obliged. Remember, all that we ask is just to keep going along in our own happy sort of way. Of course, we want to keep our health, but as far as anything else is concerned, we'll leave it to you. Thank you.
Well, I can do dance every night of the week. I think they're marvelous.
They are, aren't they? But just walking into any theater gives me a thrill.
Well, it's been so lovely, Tony. I hate to have it over.
Oh, is it over? Do I have to go right away?
Not if you don't want to.
I don't.
I don't want you to.
All right, I'll stay.
Okay.
So, when do you reach your vacation?
The last 2 weeks in August.
I might take Brandon too.
Really?
Going away, do you think?
I might not. I like the city in the summertime.
Oh, I do too.
But you always go up to Maine, don't you?
That's right. Oh, but I'm sure I like the city in the summertime if, you know what I mean? Alice, I'd love it if you were here with me.
Well, I'd like it if you were here too, Tony.
You know what you're saying, don't you?
What?
That you'd rather spend the summer with me than anybody else.
Was I?
Well, if it's true about the summer, how would you feel about the winter?
Yes, I'd like that too.
And then the spring and autumn? If you could, see your way clear about those in the sycamore.
I might.
Wow, I guess that's the whole year. We haven't forgotten anything now, have we? Well then.
Alice! Alice! Alice, is that you?
Yes, Mother.
Oh! I didn't mean to interrupt anything. I'll just be on my way.
It's quite all right, Mrs. Sycamore.
I just came down for a manuscript. There it is. Sex takes a holiday. Well, good night, Tony.
Good night, Mrs. Sycamore.
Oh, I think you can call me Penny. Don't you, Alice? Oh, well, at least I hope so.
Oh, what's that?
Sorry, Tony. That's Father.
At this time of night?
Any time of night, any time of day.
You know, you're more lovely, more adorable, more beautiful than anyone else in the world.
Don't, Tony.
What? mother. All mothers are like that. And Penny's a darling. Look, I'm even calling her Penny.
No, Tony, I don't mean that. Look, Tony, this is something I should have said to you a long time ago, but I didn't have the courage. I let myself be swept away because I love you.
Darling.
Listen, Tony, I have to explain to you. You're of a whole different people, a whole different kind of world, and I don't mean money or socially. That's too silly, but your family and mine, it just wouldn't work, Tony. It wouldn't work.
Fine, Essie, have it your way. She can't dance. That's why they paid her all that money, because she couldn't dance.
Well, I don't call that dancing what she does. Oh, hello. How's the ballet?
It's fine, Essie.
Oh, wonderful.
Hello there.
Listen, Ed and I just saw Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. Do you think she can dance?
Why, yes, I always thought so.
She do, anyhow. Now look, you're Fred Astaire, and I'm Ginger Rogers.
Essie,
I only want to use them for a minute, Alice.
Essie, you're just as good a dancer as Ginger Rogers. We all agree.
You see, Ed?
Yeah, come on, Essie, we're butting in here.
Well, they've been together all evening. Well, good night, Mr. Kirby.
Good night, Mrs. Carmichael.
Good night. Oh, did you ask Grandpa about us having that baby?
Oh, yes. He said go right ahead.
That's what it would be like.
Oh, I didn't mind that in the least. Anyhow, we're not going to live with your family, just be you and I.
No, it isn't, Tony. It's never quite that. I love them, Tony. I love them deeply. Some people could break away, but I couldn't. I know they do rather strange things, but they're happy and they're fun, and I don't know, there's a kind of nobility about that.
Alice, you talk as only if you can understand them. That's not true. Why, every family has got their little curious traits. Darling, what of it? My father raises orchids at $10,000 a ball. Is that sensible? My mother believes in spiritualism. That's just as bad as your mother writing plays, isn't it?
It goes deeper, Tony. Your mother believes in spiritualism because it's fashionable, and your father raises orchids because he can afford to, and my mother writes plays because 8 years ago a typewriter was delivered here by mistake.
So?
And look at Grandpa. 35 years ago, he just quit business. He went up in the elevator to his office, and he came right back down again. He just stopped. He could have been a rich man, but he said it took too much time. So for 35 years, he's just collected snakes and gone to circuses and conventions.
Hello there, children.
Oh, hello, Mr. Vanderhoff.
Hello, Grandpa.
Lovely weather out there, wouldn't you two say so?
Yes, it's lovely, Grandpa.
Anyways, I'm off, Mr. Kirby. I've got an appointment with the policeman on the corner.
Wait, policeman?
Oh, yes, it's a standing appointment, 12:30 every night. I've known him since he was a little boy. He's actually a doctor, you know, but after college he came to me and he said, Martin, I don't want to be a doctor. I've always wanted to be a policeman. So I said, and you go be a policeman if that's what you really want to be. And that's what he did. How do you like my new hats?
Whoa.
Huh?
Whoa. It's very nice, Mr. Vanderhoff.
Yes, I like it. Government gave it to me.
Oh, excuse me, I didn't know you folks were here.
It's all right, Donald.
Reba kind of fancy some candy and I. There it is. You don't mind, do you?
No, Donald.
Okay. Did you guys have a nice evening?
Yes, Donald.
A nice dinner?
Yes, Donald.
Oh,
Yes, it was a lovely evening, Donald.
oh, that's nice.
Now, you see what I mean? Could you explain Donald to your father? Could you explain Grandpa? You couldn't, Tony. You couldn't. I love you, Tony, but I love them too, and there's no use, Tony. It's no use.
There's only one thing you said that matters. That makes any sense at all, and that's that you love me.
Yes, Tony, I know so
But
well.
darling, don't you think other people have had the same exact problem? Everybody's got a family.
Not like mine.
That doesn't stop people who love each other. Darling, aren't you going to love me and forget about everything else?
How can I?
Because nothing can keep us apart. You must know that. You had to know that. They want you to be happy. They must.
Of course they do, but they can't change, Tony. I wouldn't want them to change.
They won't have to change. The charming, lovable people, just the way they are. engaged and everything.
Oh, Tony, I'm the luckiest girl in the world.
And I'm not so lucky myself. Good night, darling. Until tomorrow. Isn't it wonderful we work in the same office? Otherwise, I'd be hanging around here all day.
Wouldn't it be funny at the office tomorrow just seeing each other and going on as if nothing had happened?
Thank God I'm vice president. Won't you meet me at the drugstore tomorrow morning? I have a million of things to say to you.
All right.
And then lunch and dinner tomorrow night?
Oh, Tony, what will people say?
It's got to come on sometime. In fact, if you know a good house stop, I like to do a little shouting.
Yes, sir, Mr. Penn. Good night's work.
That's what 500 smoke bombs, 600 bottle rockets, and 800 black cat missiles.
Pretty good. Hello, Alice. Did you just come in?
No, I've been here quite a while, Father.
Did you have a nice evening?
I had a beautiful evening, Father.
Say, Alice, why don't you come take a look at this red fire? Mr. McKenna, turn out the lights. I want Alice to get the full effect.
What, Father?
Alice, come take a look at this fire. What do you think, Alice?
Oh, Father, it's beautiful. Father, everything's beautiful. It's the most beautiful red fire in the world.
Oh, this is the night. It's a beautiful.
So I said to him, you can take your old job.
Ready for you whenever you are, Miss Wellington.
Yes, dearie, just a minute. Just a minute.
The only thing is, I hope you don't mind me asking this, of course, but you don't drink while you're acting, do you? I'm just asking, of course.
I'm glad you brought it up. Once a play opens, I never touch a drop. The minute I enter a stage door, the bottle gets put away. Until intermission.
You've been on stage a long time, Miss Wellington.
My whole life. Have you ever seen Peg on My Heart?
Oh, yes, I have, actually.
I did too. Good show. My hot night, ain't it? Oh, you want me to open the window, Mrs. Wellington? No. Hell with the weather. Hey, he's kind of cute. Oh, she's just acting Reba, that's all.
Well, Miss Wellington, whenever you're ready, I thought we could go up to my room to read the new play.
Yes, dearie, I am ready. I am ready. When I see snakes, it's time to lay down.
Oh, Miss Wellington, no! Those snakes are real, Miss Wellington. They're grandpa. Those snakes are...
sound like a
dear
lie.
Miss Wellington.
They're sleeping. Oh, Reba! Miss Wellington is passed out. Good.
She'll be all right.
Yes, but next time you meet an actress on top of a bus, Penny, I think I'd send her the play rather than having her come home to read it.
Well, I suppose I'll have to wait. Ed, I wish it'd stop printing and take those love dreams around. You've got to get back in time to play for me when Glencock comes.
Glencock's coming tonight.
Yes, Florinate's tonight, but I had to change it on account of Alice.
Oh, big doings around here tomorrow night, aren't there?
Isn't it exciting? You know, I'm so nervous if it was me he was getting engaged to instead of Alex.
What do you think they'll be like? His mother and father. Ed! What are you doing now?
Look, Mr. DePina, could you open the door and see if there's a man standing in front of the house?
Why, what for?
Well, the last 2 days when I've been out delivering candy, I think a man's been following me.
Ed, you're crazy.
No, I'm not. He follows me and he stands and he watches the house.
Really? I'll go look and see.
I don't see what anybody would want to follow you for, Ed.
Well, there's a lot of kidnapping going on, Grandpa.
Oh, yes, but not of Ed.
Well, did you see him?
There's nobody out there at all.
You sure?
Positive. I just saw him walk away.
You see?
Oh, you put him in the head when he's walking down the street, Ed! Will you hurry and get back?
All right.
Want to go down now, Mr. Sycamore, and finish packing
her tomorrow night, then that's all right too.
Darling, I'm not trying to impress them or pretend we're anything we aren't. I just want everything to go off well.
There's no reason why it shouldn't, Alice.
We're going to do everything we can to make it a lovely evening.
Oh, my darlings, I love you. You're the most wonderful family in the world. I'm the happiest girl in the world. Why, I didn't know anybody could be this happy. The past week has just been like floating. He's so wonderful, Grandpa. You don't know what it does to me just seeing him.
Oh, it's nice, isn't it? It's nice to see her so happy.
Yes, it is. You know what, Grandpa? When I was engaged to Paul, I felt that way. And I still feel that way today.
Oh, I know you do.
Mrs. Sycamore! Look what I found!
Oh, of course! It's my painting of you as a discus thrower. Look, Grandpa!
My, who would have thought that day I came to deliver the ice that I was going to stay here for 8 years?
Oh, the milkman was just ahead of you. He was here for 5.
Say, why'd he leave anyhow? I forget.
Oh, no, Mr. DePina, he didn't leave. He died.
Oh, yes!
Oh, remember the funeral? We didn't know his name. It was kind of hard to get a certificate.
Yes, what name did we finally make up for him?
Martin Vanderhoff, we gave him your name.
Oh, yes, we did.
Yes, and it was really a wonderful thought because otherwise we wouldn't have gotten all those flowers.
Yes, and it didn't hurt me any either. Not bothered with mail anymore, and I haven't gotten a phone call from that day to this.
Yes, it really was a wonderful idea.
I wish you'd finish that sometime, Mrs. Sycamore. I'd kind of like to have it.
You know what, Mr. DePina? I'll do some work on it right tonight.
Say, will ya?
I don't think she's going to wake up anytime soon. So go down in the cellar and put on your costume and bring up the easel. Is it still down there?
I think so.
Where did I put my paintbrush?
Rabishka, my little Rabishka!
Hi, Mother.
Oh, Mr. Klingoff, Essie's in the kitchen.
Madam Sycamore, I greet you. Grandpa, tell me, what should I do about Rabishka? I kept telling her she would make a great toe dancer. But
No, sir. I couldn't get on my toes. I got corn.
Rabishka, you could wear diamonds. She is a great girl, Grandpa. What is that?
She's an actress, a friend of Penny's.
She is drunk, no?
She is drunk, yes. How are you, Kalikov?
Magnificent. Life is chasing around inside of me like a sparrow.
It is. Huh.
I have had another letter from my friend in Moscow. I say for you the stamp.
Oh, thanks, Kalikov.
They have sent him to Siberia.
How's he like
He
it?
is escaped. He is escaped and gone back to Moscow.
Give
They
him.
won't get him yet if they do not get him. The Soviet government, I could damn her. The Soviet government. And
I'll do my dancing clothes right away.
tonight you will really work, Pavlova. Tonight we will take something new.
Oh, Kalikov, confidentially, is Essie making any progress?
Confidentially, she stinks.
Well, as long as she's having fun.
You sure did tickle Weaver, Mr. Kalenko. She's out there laughing her head off.
She is a great girl. Donald, what do you think of the Soviet government?
The what, Mr. Kalenko?
I withdraw the question. What do you think of this stuff?
Oh, I like it fine. I'm gonna believe you know.
Oh, and you like it?
Yes, sir. The only thing is sometimes I gotta go stand in that line, pretty near half an hour. The government ought to be run better than that, don't you think, Grandpa?
Government ought to stop sending me letters. Want me to be in the Grand Marshal's office Tuesday at 12 o'clock. It's outrageous.
Ah, the income tax. They've got you, Grandpa.
Yes, they want me to pay so as to keep Donald here on relief.
You mean you're gonna pay him from now on, Grandpa?
Well, that's what they want.
So you mean I could come right here and get it instead of stand in that line over there?
Oh, no, Donald, I'm afraid you'll have to waste a whole half hour of your time every week.
Well, I don't like it. It breaks up my week!
They should have been in Russia when the revolution came. Then they would have stood in line, upper that line. Ah, Grandpa, what they have done to Russia. Think of it. The Grand Duchess, Olga Katrina, a cousin of the Tsar. She's a waitress at Child's restaurant, Times Square. I ordered the bag of beans from her only yesterday. It broke my heart. A crazy world, Grandpa.
Ah, the world's not so crazy, Galenkov. It's the people in it. Life's pretty simple if you just relax.
How can you relax in times like these?
Well, Chloe, one day I just kind of realized I wasn't having any fun.
So you did what?
Just relax. 35 years ago, and I've been a happy man ever since.
Good evening, Mr. Clegg.
Miss Ellis, I've not seen you to present my congratulations.
Thank you.
May you be very happy and have many children. That is my prayer for you.
That's quite a thought.
Love is all that is left in the world.
Yes, there's plenty of
And
that.
soon the communists will take that away. So I tell you,
It seems so nice to get into my art things again. How do I look, all right?
Yes, indeed.
you are a pet of Paris, Madame Seagull.
Oh, thank you, Mr.
It happened again. There was a fellow following me every place I went.
Oh, nonsense, Ed. It's just your imagination.
No, it isn't. He follows me every time I go out to deliver candy.
Maybe he wants a piece of candy.
It's like for you to laugh, Grandpa, but he keeps following me.
You do not know what following is. In Russia, everybody is followed. I was followed right out of Russia.
See, Grandpa, it's just your imagination.
Maybe.
Ah, here we are.
Where do you want this? Over here?
I'll put it right there, Mr.
And for tonight's lesson, we use first movement of Scheherazade.
Okay.
Mr. Penna, has something happened to your figure in these past 8 years?
No, I don't think it's any different.
No. Yes, Miss Wellington, yes. What? Light? Or younger? Oh, dear. Sorry, I'm late, Mr. Klinghoff. Couldn't find my slippers.
We have a hot night for it, Pavlova, but art is only achieved through perspiration.
Why, that's wonderful. You hear that, Grandpa? Art is only achieved through perspiration.
Yes, but it helps if you have a little bit of talent with it.
You are ready? We begin. Now, pirouette. Pirouette. Come, it's 8 years now. At last. Entre la shop. Entre la shop. No, Grandpa, you cannot relax. It's a communist in Russia. The Tsar relaxed, and what happened to him?
It's too late.
If he had not relaxed, then the Grand Duchess or Katrina would not be selling back the beers today.
Mr. Klinghoff!
I am sorry we go back to Blovin.
Could you pull in your stomach, Mr. Penna?
A little freer with the hand. The whole body must burn. And help us with the music. The music must be free too.
Mrs. Sycamore, Mrs. Sycamore! What, Reba?
Good evening.
How do you do?
How do you do? Are we too early?
Oh, no, please, come right in. We are happy to see you.
Why, yes, only we thought it was to be tomorrow night. Tomorrow
What?
night?
Oh, now, please don't let this alarm you. Why, come right in. Sit down. Make
Tony, how
yourself
could
at
you
home.
have done such a thing? I don't know, Dad. I thought that it was tonight.
Oh, no, not at all. Now, please, sit down. Don't let this bother you. We weren't doing anything.
Oh, no, nothing at all. Just a quiet evening at home.
Yes, that's all. Now, Mrs. Alice's mother, Mrs. Sycamore, Alice's sister, Mrs. Carmichael, her husband, Mr. Carmichael, Mr. Kalenkov's back there, and we have Mr. DePinna.
Hey! Oh, don't mind my costume. I'll take it right off.
Oh, no, Mr. DePinna. Why don't you go down in the cellar and tell Mr. Sycamore to come up? Tell him that Mr. and Mrs. Kirby have arrived.
Oh, and be sure to put his pants on.
All right, excuse me.
I'll tell Alice that you're here. Alice! Alice, dear, we got a surprise for you!
indigestion.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, Mr. Kirby. What about you? Do you want hot salad?
I'm very fond of it.
Oh, well, you can have hot dogs if you'd rather.
Either one will do.
So make it some canned corn, Campbell's soup, and some hot dogs. Got that, Ed?
Yes.
And tell Donald to hurry. The A&P is just in the corner, and hot dogs don't take any time at all to boil.
And this is Alice's father, Mr. Sycamore. Mr. Sycamore, Mr. and Mrs. Kirby.
How do you do?
I hope you could forgive my appearance.
Oh, yes, this is Mr. Sycamore's busiest time of the year. Just before the 4th of July, he always goes...
Oh, darling, I'm the most dull-witted person in the world. I thought it was tonight.
Why, Tony, I thought you... I can't imagine why I wasn't... Have you all met each other?
Oh, yes, indeed.
How do you do, Alice?
How do you do, Mrs. Kirby? I'm afraid I'm not very presentable.
Darling, you look lovely.
Of course she does. No, don't let this worry, my dear. We've only just met each other one night sooner, so.
Of course.
But I was planning such a nice party for tomorrow night.
Well, we'll just have to come again tomorrow night, won't we?
There you are, Alice. Am I forgiven?
I guess it's just that... Well, we'd better see about getting you some dinner.
Oh, that's all been done, Alice. You see, that's all been attended to.
Mother, sit out because Mr. Kirby's indigestion.
Oh, no, please.
Oh, well, I asked him what he like, Alice.
Green, just because I have a little indigestion.
Perhaps it is not indigestion at all, Mr. Kirby. Perhaps you have a stomach ulcer.
Don't be absurd, Mr.
Oh,
Clayton.
Mr. Kirby, now you mustn't mind Mr. Kulaikov. He's a Russian. Russians are inclined to look on the dark side, you know.
All right, I am a Russian, but a friend of mine, a Russian, died from a stomach ulcer.
Really, Mr. Clayton, Mr. Kirby has indigestion, and that's all.
All right, let him there.
Why don't you sit down? Make yourselves at home. So, Mr. Kirby, how do you find business conditions? Are we headed for another recession?
Broadly speaking, yes, of course, it all depends.
But you figure things will keep on getting worse.
Well, industry is operating at 65% of full capacity, as opposed to 85% in the agricultural industry.
Thank you all. Thank you, sir. I will be going to my room now. Thank you, dear. I will be giving autographs, and I'll be here same time on Friday. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. Shia.
That makes it a little strange to you people. A friend of Mrs. Sycamore's came to dinner and was overcome by
Yes, you know, some people feel it more than others. I heard that she's all right. Excuse me.
It is awfully hot. You usually escape all this hot weather, don't you, Mrs. Kirby up in Maine?
Yes, as a rule, though, I had to come down this week for the flower show.
Mother wouldn't miss that for the world. That blue ribbon is a half water per year.
Oh, I went a ribbon at a flower show once. Raising onions. Remember, Alice?
That was a garden show, Essie.
Well, I think she'll be all right. Has Donald come back
No,
yet?
he hasn't.
Oh, well, I'm sure you must be
I
starved.
don't know, but I didn't know you had small children in the house.
Oh, no, that's mine.
Well, I guess every man has a hobby, or do you use it as a model of some kind?
No, I just play it like this.
Huh. Maybe you'd be better off if you had a hobby like that, Father, instead of raising orchids.
Oh, yes, I'm sure.
Oh, do tell us about your orchids, Mr. Kirby. You know they take 6 years to blossom, don't they? Think of that.
Yes, some take longer than that. I have one that I've been waiting 10 years for.
Oh, believe it or not, I was waiting for an orchid one time.
During the time, that's okay. I remember one more.
Oh, Donald, here! Did you get everything?
Yeah, they didn't have hot dogs, so I got some chitlins.
Yay!
Never mind, Florence. Just take every
So why don't they just give up on Wall Street? I was joking, Mr. Kirby.
I think it's important for everyone to have a hobby. Of course, it's more than a hobby to me, but my greatest solace is spiritualism.
Spiritualism, Mrs. Kirby? Don't tell me you fell for that one.
To me, Mrs. Sycamore, spiritualism is... Well, I'd rather not discuss it, Mrs. Sycamore.
Now, Fanny, you have one or two hobbies of your own.
Yes, but not silly ones.
I don't think it matters what the hobby is. The important thing is to have one.
To be ideal, a hobby should improve the body as well as the mind. The Romans were great people. What was their hobby? Wrestling, and wrestling you have to think quick with the mind and act quick with the body.
Yes. And I'm afraid that wrestling isn't exactly practical for most of us. I know that I wouldn't be a very good wrestler.
You could be a great wrestler, Mr.